Hello everyone. There's presently a YouTuber attempting to defame me because I called her out for being a racist Zionist more than a year ago. So unfortunately, I need to set the record straight by making this video. And yes, I'm recording this while sick, so my voice is going to be a bit nasally. Whatever. The YouTuber in question is Vicky1999. I don't know or care about this YouTuber aside from the 2 times that I've ever had the displeasure of seeing her work. The first time was when she made a video spouting generic liberal Zionist narratives about Israel-Palestine. A bunch of my viewers sent me this video, asking me to respond to it on my streams. They said it was very bad, you know, that sort of thing. So I watched it. I saw that it was indeed very bad, but I didn't end up responding to it because I already have like 15 different videos responding to liberal Zionist narratives, and there's just a certain point where it becomes a bit redundant. She has since deleted that video after receiving deserved backlash, something which is indicative of her perhaps being a bit of an opportunist. Someone who's unwilling to stand behind their beliefs if they receive backlash for them, and you're just going to go and delete their video and dial everything back the second that it seems like it might hurt their bottom line. A little bit after I saw that video, some screenshots from Discord where Vicky1999 was being just flagrantly racist against Palestinians and justifying their colonization by Israel surfaced. I posted them on Twitter because I always have and always will call out Zionists and racists. In fact, my last video on this channel is calling out the YouTuber knowing better for being a Zionist and a racist. Here's what she said. Why would I support the bloodthirsty Islamic Palestinians who hang people for being gay? At least the Jews let me be a homo in peace. If an Israeli kills a gay person, the Israeli goes to prison. If a Palestinian kills a gay person, they say, "Thank you, officer." This is a clear example of one of the generic liberal Zionist justifications for their colonialism and genocide of the Palestinian people. Pinkwashing. The barbary inflicted on Palestinians is supposedly justified because they don't have gay marriage, etc. That someone who I knew had previously spread liberal Zionist narratives would exhibit such generic liberal Zionist racism is hardly surprising, and I'm still not surprised about it. It is a bit ridiculous that that's who she is while she claims to be an anarchist though. Vicky1999 responded to my tweet where I posted those screenshots with a complaint about the fact that she had hoped her racism would remain private. Apparently, the problem was not that she is a massive racist against Palestinians and a clear and obvious Zionist, but rather that people now knew about it. I responded saying, well, most of us don't call Palestinians bloodthirsty Islamics in private, which, yeah, if you turn into a massive racist once you think you're in private, that's indicative of you being a horrible person. And the bad thing here is certainly not the fact that what you said was made known to a wider audience than you expected it would. That was about the extent of my interactions with Vicky1999. All that I did was call her out for clear Zionism and racism. Since then, she's concocted this elaborate narrative of me somehow having victimized her, that calling her out for being a massive racist was somehow basically akin to me abusing her. She made a video where she implied as much about a year ago. As far as I can see, that video has since been deleted though. I didn't respond to it at the time because I simply didn't really care. I knew that I did nothing wrong by just posting screenshots of things she factually said, regardless of how much she gaslights her gullible audience into believing otherwise. However, now she's made a new video relitigating the exact same reality-inverting narrative, so I feel like I need to make this response. In this new video, she comes up with a bunch of excuses for her disgusting Zionist racism. She was drunk and exhausted is one of them. Apparently this is supposed to be mitigating context or something, but it's just not. That someone is ready and raring to spurt that hatred like she did the second they're tired or drunk is indicative of very deep-seated beliefs, regardless of whatever disingenuous apology they post afterwards once they think their bottom line is going to start being affected. You don't just say something like that out of the blue when you don't mean it. You don't just say something like that out of the blue when you don't think it. And this is confirmed far beyond any reasonable doubt in the first 60 seconds of her video smearing me, because she literally doubles down on what she said. I actually couldn't believe that she's getting a ton of supporting comments when she straight up makes it clear right away that she not only still believes what she said in those Discord screenshots, but that she is willing to reiterate it publicly.
At the point I got so pissed off at them that, partially to upset them, I said, I'm going to read this. Why would I support bloodthirsty Islamic Palestinians who hang people for being gay? Which is obviously offensive and wrong, because Palestinians don't hang people for being gay, they behead them. Which is obviously offensive offensive and wrong because Palestinians don't hang people for being gay, they behead them.
It's literally right there. Like, are you kidding me? Do the people who watch her have ears? What is going on here? She then spends another 4 or 5 minutes attacking me for having posted the screenshots of the Zionist racism that she, within the first 90 seconds of her video, makes very clear that she still upholds. She insults me numerous times, calling me stupid and putting what she considers to be unflattering photos of me on the screen multiple times, claiming that she apologized and said that she was merely uneducated on the issue, so that everyone should have just forgiven her. Because, it's totally normal to set the terms for your own forgiveness and to be angry at others for not just forgiving you, I guess. She complains that I took her out of context, as if there's some sort of context where anyone who does not have a deep-seated hatred of Palestinians would ever say what she did. None of this is the behavior of someone who is genuinely regretful and apologetic for what they said. It's the behavior of someone who is angry that they got caught, and thus is now attacking the person who she most holds responsible for making what she said more widely known. And yes, again, she says all of this literally just minutes after she makes clear that she still stands by everything that she said.
Which is obviously offensive and wrong because Palestinians don't hang people for being gay, they behead them.
In making this new video on the topic, I'm sure that she was banking on me not responding to her, probably emboldened by the fact that I didn't respond the first time. Well, now I did. You're a Zionist racist, Vicky1999. You're not a poor little victim because you got called out for it, regardless of how much you tried to gaslight your audience into believing it. By the way, in her video description, there's this line saying that the people who attacked her, apart from me apparently, were a group of Discord users, mainly Muslim men around age 20. This explains a lot. Oh, okay. That explains a lot, right? Those barbaric Arab Muslim men simply can't help themselves, yeah? She clearly believes everything that she said in those screenshots. Unfortunately, it's very typical of Germans and Austrian self-identified leftists to be like this, as they love to hate Palestinians to wash away the guilt they feel about the fact that their great-grandfathers did the Holocaust. The rest of Vicky1999's video appears to be about allegations that were then made against her regarding her conduct on her Discord server, which involved allegations of pedophilia against her. While Vicky1999 attempts to link me to these allegations, they have nothing to do with me whatsoever, and she has no proof that they do, just like for most of the claims that she makes in her video. Literally no evidence whatsoever. It's just another one of her attempts to defame me to draw attention away from what she said on Discord. I will say that it is incredibly weird how some breadtubers have Discord servers that seem to be full of hypersexual porn addicts who they themselves actively engage with and encourage, which leads them to being full of messages that are incredibly fucking bizarre at best. It's not normal to get sexual and flirty with fans on your Discord. What I can talk about, however, is that as a part of her narrative where she spins herself to be a victim because she was outed for being a racist, she claims to have been swatted and that armed police came to her door as a result. Such a claim should not be taken at face value given the fact that she is clearly gaslighting throughout the video and has a lot to gain from framing herself as the aggrieved party here as much as possible. And she presents no evidence for this whatsoever. No police paperwork, no photos, no video, no local news reports, nothing. I have actually been the victim of threats like this before. For my political activism in Argentina, I constantly have people threatening me, for example with photos of what they believe to be where I live, and tweets with thousands of likes where they outright say they're going to kill me. As you can see on the screen, I have an abundance of actual evidence of this. I also have evidence of the police reports that are filed against these people. I'm currently paying a lawyer $5,000 out of my own pocket to help push through the prosecutions of some of these individuals. This is serious stuff, not to be lied about for sympathy points after you were outed for saying something horrible. Hence why I haven't mentioned this more than once or twice before. Vicky1999, claiming to be in a similar position to me, though for very different reasons, provides no evidence whatsoever. And that's very suspect, given that she has a lot to gain from spinning herself into being the victim here. Whether this swatting actually happened or not, however, doesn't actually change anything about the main point. Vicky1999 is a racist and a Zionist who clearly stands by everything that she said originally. Given that she literally reiterates it in the first 90 seconds of this very video, and given that she simply can't help but attack me for making the vile things that she said about the Palestinian people more widely known. She is not apologetic, she has not been educated, nor does she want to be. She is simply angry about being caught, and remains so against me specifically, in spite of the fact that I literally have not said a single thing about her, aside from just posting her racist Discord messages when they first came to light.